Hey guys, it's Peggy here with Citrus Templates, and today I'm going to be showing you how you can recreate one of these kind of watercolor photos as a closing gift for your buyers, or potentially a closing gift for your sellers if maybe they've been in the home a really long time and it's like a kind of a nice kind of parting gift once they've sold their house, or of course for buyers, maybe their first home or something like that, a really nice gift for them to hang in their house. So I've always seen this. I have always never did it because they were expensive and it does take a while for it to print and, do all of that stuff. But now with the power of AI, you could definitely do this at home. So today I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. I'm going to walk through the whole process and you can see it from, getting a photo all the way through, getting that finished photo right there. And if you're new to this channel, my name is Peggy Yee, and I talk all about your real estate systems and how to get that set up, specifically now using AI. Okay, so let's get started. So, I was looking at this the other day and I have always wanted to do something like this, but obviously I've never known how. I'm not an artist, so I could definitely not do this myself. But I was looking at this and you can see this is clearly in demand. 46 people bought this in the last 24 hours. And even just the digital download, right? Not even a print download is $20. And then you could, get something shipped for, up to $100. And you could do, various sizes and stuff like that. So if this is something that maybe you're already doing and paying a lot for, this could be another alternative, or this could be just another way that you can, just give a really nice closing gift. And it's something that if they hang in their house, they're always going to remember you as their agent every time they walk past it, or when people come over, they're going to see, oh, that's so cool. That's like your house, So I think this is, can be part of your, client appreciation program that, even after the sale is done, that, you're still staying top of mind with something like this for your clients. Okay, so the reason I'm doing this video now is because ChatGPT recently came out with a much better image generation tool right within ChatGPT. So before, you'd have to go to Midjourney or some of these other, animation software programs. But now ChatGPT had just released a new version of their image creation, and it's gotten much better. So that's one thing that you'll have to do if you don't have a ChatGPT. If you don't have a ChatGPT account yet, definitely go get that. I have the the Plus version, but you don't need it to do image generation. You should still be able to do to generate this watercolor image even without the plus subscription. Okay, so what we're gonna do, let me just show you the prompt here, and I will have a link to this prompt so that you can just copy it from here, and so just check the show notes below. So basically, you're going to create an 8.5 by 11 orientation watercolor style painting, and I give it some more detailed instructions here. And I have two options here. So you can just create the painting, or you can also, add in written text. And so now ChatGPT is actually really good at writing the text onto the image for you. Before, if you ever seen like any of these AI images, like all the text is all messed up and they're like not even like real words and things like that. But now it's gotten a lot better. So you can actually just put in the text and the fonts and stuff like that within ChatGPT, or you can just do it without it and then bring it into Canva, and then you have a little bit more control in Canva for what this is doing. So, and I'm going to actually update this because this does not actually create an 8.5 by 11 image. It just creates it just creates an image, and it's usually a square image, but you can, either use that, or, you can put it into Canva and kind of resize it that way. So I'm going to copy this, and then I'll show you kind of how that works. So first, you're going to go to these three buttons and go to create image. So there, and then you're just gonna copy and paste your text in here. Now, I just kind of grabbed a random photo from, Zillow, so it could obviously be your listing or the photo that the house that the buyer is buying. So just taking a photo there. And I'm gonna upload this photo right into ChatGPT. So let's see, you can just click the plus sign here, or you can actually just drag and drop. Let me see here. You can just drag and drop in here, and it'll just upload that. So now I've got the image, and then I've got the prompt that I want. So we're gonna go do that right here. Now, I will warn you, it does take a little bit to generate the image. So usually I'll go off and write an email, check your email, check text messages or something, and just come back to this. So as long as you don't really close this, then it's just kind of running in the background, and then you can come back and look at the prompt and kind of the image that it created. Okay, so I'm back, and now you can see the image that it created. So I'm pretty impressed with this. On a first glance, I think this is a really nice photo that they have. They put the exact text that I wanted, and then all of the information here. Now, if you are a very detailed person, it's not exact. So you can notice there's a couple of things that I did notice about this image, and I'll just point those out to you. So, here there's 3 windows, and here there's only 2. This is missing a shutter here, and then you can see there is a shutter here. Now, the other cool thing about ChatGPT is you can edit, and you can try to edit it so that it updates this, but I haven't found that it exactly matches. And I don't know if it necessarily needs to exactly match. It is kind of a painting, like an artistic representation of the house. But if that is important to you, you do want to check the details in case it is not exactly a replication of the photo. But for our purposes, I mean, I think this is pretty good. It definitely conveys kind of what we're looking for. Now, the cool thing with ChatGPT 2 is that if there's some feature like this that you don't like about the photo or the image that it generated, you can actually edit right in ChatGPT. So here, what I'm going to do is just click on it, and let me move this over a little bit so you can see this. So if you click on the image, then it comes up here, and then you can actually edit it right here. So you can click edit up there, and then you can start to actually, it gives you this kind of like erase this circle. Then you can say something like, I'm going to say something here where the text, let me move this up a little bit. I'll say the text is off of the page, make the text a little bit higher. And then you can also say, let's say maybe here at the top of the photo, I'd like some more white space. Okay. So now we're asking ChatGPT again to regenerate the image. So again, it's going to take a few minutes for it to actually generate. Okay, so I had to do some tweaking since once I did this first image, I had the edits, and then it did create this border at the top, but then it like took off the text, so I had to tell it again, oh, put that text back on. So here's the image so far. I'm pretty happy with this one. So once you can tweak it, edit it to what you're looking for, and then you can just download this image, and then you can use it just like this, or you can bring it into Canva. So now I'm in Canva, and in here, what I'm gonna do is just put it right into a template that I've already created. And so you can see this one is 8 by 10 or 10 by 8. And so that's the same if you wanted to, print it out and frame it. You can start with a 10 by 8, size. And then I just had in here like our dream home in this font, and then the text here. And so all you really have to do is then just drag and drop your just drag and drop your photo into here, and then that should, let me see here. I think that one is it. I'll upload that. Okay, so then we're gonna just drag and drop this in. I'm gonna create this new one so you can see how I did it. So you can just have this text, and then we're gonna drop this in. What I'm gonna do is remove the background. You don't necessarily have to do that, but and then the background remover is in the pro version of Canva. So if you don't have that, it's not absolutely necessary. But then that kind of removed that background. And because I decided to have this in here, I'm just gonna go ahead and crop this part here. So then it just has the photo. So then you can just put that here as the photo. I'm gonna move this up a little bit. And then I think I'm going to make this a little bit more transparent. So it kind of looks a little bit more like a watercolor. And then tweak it like that. So, and so there we have it. So we have the photo here. It started out as, you know, this photo, and then you can create your own kind of image. So this is one that ChatGPT created, and then this is the one that we just created in here, and you can use it as a closing gift for your buyers or sellers.